Hi, first grade. It's Miss Barnes. I'm here today with another double facts lesson. As you guys know, we've been learning about double facts all week long, and we are going to continue to learn about doubles facts today and tomorrow. So let's jump right in with our lesson. The materials you are going to need today are your packet of work for the week, your whiteboard and marker, or your pencil and paper, whichever one you have closest to you. And you're going to need your counters, your part bar hole mat, your number line, whatever you need to solve problems with the strategy you like the best. So if you like to draw a model, that's fine. You can draw a model for these. If you like to use your number line, you can use your number line or your counters or your mat, or whatever you need to solve problems with the strategy you like the best. Go ahead and pause the video and get those now, and play the video when you're ready to begin. Okay, let's go over our clear learning target for the day. Our clear learning target is I can use doubles facts to solve word problems. Can you say that with me? Let's say it together now. I can use doubles facts to solve word problems. Good job, guys. Okay, before we start, let's review a little bit. This week, we have been working so hard to learn our doubles facts. But before we can start using doubles facts to solve word problems, let's review some doubles facts. On your whiteboard or paper, I want you to write these problems, these doubles facts, and then I want you to take a few minutes to solve them. When you have the answers to all 4 of these doubles facts, I want you to share them with the person next to you. So go ahead and do that now. If you need more time to solve these problems, you can pause the video and play it when you're ready for the answers. Okay, guys, did you get these right? Look at your answers. Do they match mine? Let's go over them quickly. The first problem is 3 plus 3 equals, and we know now the answer is 6. 3 plus 3 equals 6. When you are solving this problem, you could have used any strategy you want, but for our purposes right now, I'm going to use the counting on strategy. So when we do 3 plus 3, I'm going to take 3 because that is our first number. I'm going to put it in my brain. 3, and I'm going to count up 3 more. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know when I count up 3 more, I get to 6, which is our answer. 3 plus 3 equals 6. I will do the same thing for 5 plus 5. I will take 5, put it in my brain, and I will count up 5 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know when I take 5, put it in my brain, count 5 more times, that equals 10. That is why our answer to 5 plus 5 is 10. We'll do the same thing with 7 plus 7. This time I want you to solve it with me. I want you to take 7, pick it up, put it in your brain, and let's count up 7 more. Are you ready? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So when we take 7 and add 7 more, our answer is 14. So 7 plus 7 is 14. We have one more. Let's do the same thing. I want you to count on with me. Are you ready? Let's pick up the 4 and put it in our brains, and let's count up 4 more. Are you ready? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I have 4 and I add 4 more, the answer is 8. So those are our doubles facts review problems for the day. Good job, guys. I'm sure you got all of those right because you are all so smart. All right, let's jump right into our first launch. This is when you're going to need whatever manipulatives you chose for the day, or your number line, or your part whole mat, whatever you got out to use today, this is the time when you're going to need those things. So go ahead and have them ready. I'm going to read the launch to you. Miss Carter has 7 boys and 7 girls in her class. How many students does her class have in all? So I want you to solve this on your whiteboard or paper, but you can use any strategy you want to solve this. If you want to use your counters, if you want to draw a model, if you want to use your number line or your part whole mat, you can use any of those strategies, or if you want to show me in more than one way, you can do that too. But when you have it solved and you know the answer, I want you to share it with someone around you. I'm going to read the problem one more time. Mrs. Carter has 7 boys and 7 girls in her class. How many students does her class have in all? So go ahead and solve that now. I will give you some time to do that. If you need more time to solve this problem, you can pause the video now and finish. When you're done and ready for the answer, go ahead and hit play. Okay, here I'm going to show you 3 different strategies to solve this problem. Let me read the question one more time. Miss Carter has 7 boys and 7 girls in her class. How many students does she have in all? Now, this is a double fact problem. So if you already know that 7 and 7 is 14, good for you, kiss your brain, because that is so smart. But when we are solving these word problems, we should always show it with at least one strategy, just to make sure that we got it right. So even if you know 7 and 7 is 14, I still hope you showed me with a strategy to solve this problem. I'm going to start by showing you how to solve this with your part whole mat. When we look at our part whole mat, we look at our problem, we know that Miss Carter has 7 boys, so I'm going to take that 7 and I'm going to put it down here in one of my parts. And we know that she has 7 girls, so that other 7 is going to go into my other part. What we are missing is the whole number, and we know that because the problem says, how many students does her class have in all? So all together. That tells us we're going to be adding the 7 and 7 together. So when I put my 7 and my 7 on my part whole mat, I can count on from there. So I'm going to take the 7, I'm going to put it in my brain, and I'm going to count up 7 more. Ready? Count with me. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I know now that if I add 7 and 7, I get 14, which is my whole number, which is the answer. With our part whole mat, we can find that the answer to how many students has Miss Carter's class have in all is 14. So if you use your part whole mat, this is how your mat should look. Your mat should look like mine. Another strategy we can use to solve this problem is to draw a model or use your counters. Either way, it probably will look something like mine. We know that Miss Carter has 7 boys, so I either drew circles or put counters out for the 7 boys. So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counters in one group to represent her 7 boys. And she has 7 girls, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to either draw circles or put counters out. In group 2, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the second group to represent her 7 girls. And when we add those all together, that is the answer of how many students her class has in all. So count these with me. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Again, when we either draw a model or use our counters, we get that the answer is she has 14 students in her class. So if you use that strategy of either drawing a model or using your counters, and your answer looks like my answer, excellent work. The last strategy I'm going to show you right now is the number line. Now, if you use a different strategy than the ones I'm showing you, that is totally okay, as long as you got that she has 14 students in all, you are right. So let's look at this number line. When we use our number line, we know that she has 7 boys, and we need to add 7 more to that to get the total number right, because she also has 7 girls. So when we take our first number that we know, which is 7, we are going to start there on our number line. So if you use your number line, you could have either circled or underlined the 7. We are going to start there, and we know because our second number is another 7, we are going to jump 7 times to get to our answer. So we're going to start at the 7, and I'm going to count the jumps. I want you to count them with me. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On our 7th jump, we get to our answer, which is 14. This is another way to show that 7 plus 7 is 14. So this is 3 different ways you could have solved this problem. But we know with every strategy, the answer is 14. Mrs. Carter has 14 students in all. Great job on that one, guys. I hope you all got it. And if you didn't get it, I hope now you see the different strategies we could have used to get the right answer. Let's go on to our next launch. All right, this is your launch number 2. The same thing as launch number 1, I want you to keep whatever manipulatives or whatever strategy you have out, keep it out because you're going to use it again for this problem, okay? I'm going to read your second launch to you now, so make sure you're listening. There are 4 horses and 4 chickens on a farm. How many animals are on the farm in all? So just like before, I want you to use your whiteboard and paper to solve this problem. When you are solving the problem, I want you to show me at least one of the strategies we have been working on to help you solve it, okay? So you can show me drawing a model, you can show me using your counters, or using a number line, or your part whole map, or any other strategy that we have used, okay? I want you to pick one of those and use it to solve this problem. If you want to show me in more than one way, that is great too. But remember, we are trying to figure out how many animals are on the farm in all if there are 4 horses and 4 chickens. So go ahead and solve this now. And when you have the answer, you can whisper it to the person next to you, okay? Go ahead and start working. If you need more time to solve this problem, you can go ahead and pause the video and then play it when you're ready to see the answer. Okay, just like before, I have shown you 3 different strategies of how you could have solved this problem. I'm going to read the launch to you one more time. There are 4 horses and 4 chickens on a farm. How many animals are on the farm in all? So because the question asks, how many animals are on the farm in all, I know that we are adding. So let's look. We see that there are 4 horses and 4 chickens. Those are the 2 numbers that we know. So those are the numbers that we're going to be working with when we solve this problem. So I'm first going to show you how to solve this problem using a part-part whole map. So if you use this strategy, does your part-part whole map look like mine? If it does, great work. So when we use our part-part whole map, we can look at our problem and we see that there are 4 horses and 4 chickens. Those are the pieces of the problem that we know. Those are the 2 parts. So on my part-part whole map, I'm going to put 1 4 in this square that says part, and 1 4 in the other square that says part. Those are my 2 parts. And since we know that we are adding to try to find how many there are in all, our whole number is going to be our answer. So we don't know that yet. We have to figure out what that is. In order to get that, we are going to add 4 and 4. So we are going to do that by counting on. So I'm going to take a 4, put it in my brain, and I want you guys to count with me. Are you ready? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know if I have 4 and I count up 4 more, the answer is 8. Great job if that's the strategy you chose to use. Now, I know that some of you probably already know that 4 plus 4 equals 8. But just like I told you before, when we are solving a word problem or solving any problem in math, it is the best decision to pick at least one strategy to solve the problem with, even if you think you already know the answer. Because you never know, some problems are tricky, and it's always helpful to use a strategy to solve the problem. So I've shown you part whole map. Now I'm going to show you how your problem could look if you either drew a model or used your counters. So when I look back at the problem, I know that I have 4 horses. So I'm going to draw my model to show 4 horses. I could have either put out counters or drawn circles, but I should have 1, 2, 3, 4 in one group to show that there are 4 horses. And we know our other number is another 4 because there are 4 chickens. So I should have a second group that has 1, 2, 3, 4, either 4 counters or 4 circles, or however you chose to draw your model. You should have 2 groups. Both groups should have 4 manipulatives to represent your 4 horses and 4 chickens. And when we add those together, let's see the answer that we get. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when we either use a model or use our counters, we get the same answer. We get that 4 and 4 is 8. And we think there are 8 animals on the farm in all. So if you chose to use that strategy, excellent work. The last strategy I'm going to show you is how to solve this problem on a number line. When we look at our number line, we see the numbers down here. And we know that the first number that we know that we are given in this problem is the 4, because there are 4 horses. So we are going to start with the number 4 on our number line. You could have circled this or underlined it or did whatever you did to show me that that's where we're going to start. And since the other number that we know that we are going to add to the first 4 is another 4, that means we are going to jump 4 jumps on our number line to get to our answer. So let's do that now. Will you count the jumps with me? Are you ready? We're going to start at 4 and count 4 more jumps. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We see that was 4 jumps on our number line. And just like with our other 2 strategies, when we solve it with our number line, we know that 4 plus 4 equals 8. So there are 8 animals on the farm in all. Great job. If you used any one of these strategies, great work. These are the ones that we've been practicing. If you used another strategy that we've been practicing and got the same and got the right answer, there are 8 animals in all, that's okay. Great work. I'm so proud of all of you. Oh my goodness, we worked so hard today to use our devil's facts to solve word problems, didn't we? We really did. You guys did a great job. Now we are going to do some more work practicing devil's facts in our independent time. So in your packet for the week, you will find these 2 sheets. This worksheet is a doubles bonds worksheet, where you've got some number bonds here, and you were going to put the two numbers, the two doubles facts that solve the problem in the two bubbles. And then on this page is called domino fill-in. It can look a little confusing, but it's really easy. You guys are going to love it. You are going to look at your problem. So for this one, the first one is 1 plus 1. So you're going to fill in the domino with the numbers that you see. So the first number is a 1. You're going to put 1 dot here to represent 1. The second number is a 1. So over here in the second box, you're going to put another 1 to represent 1 plus 1. If you need help with that, I'm sure your teachers can help you with it. You also have a fact fluency sheet in your packet for the week you need to do as well. So once you have finished the double bonds worksheet, the domino fill-in worksheet, and your fact fluency worksheet, you can work on iReady Math for at least 20 minutes. Now, if your teacher has assigned you assignments in iReady Math, you would work on those first, then you can do your regular iReady Math practice. I am so proud of your hard work today, friends, and I will see you tomorrow for another doubles lesson, okay? Bye!